Welcome, everyone, to the Living Oneness Gathering. I am your host, Sue Dumais. It's an honor to be here once again with all of you, sharing in this space and joining and uniting our hearts to amplify the frequency of love in our own lives, in our own bodies, in our own energy field, but in our communities and all around the globe and beyond. What the world needs right now is alignment with love, to live in alignment with love and not be animated by fear, not to be driven by fear, not to be hooked by fear. That's the biggest challenge is how do you not be hooked by fear? Part of that is your mindset, but a lot of it is the energy that you're choosing to hold right now and where you're choosing to put your attention. So anything you look upon, anything you put your attention toward, anything you put your focus on, your energy flows to that. So if you're focusing on fear-based messages or things that trigger you and hook you and affect you and make you feel anxious and nervous and worried and afraid, then you're actually feeding and contributing to the collective fear. When you can look upon something and feel triggered by it, you can process that trigger. That's different. When you feel affected by what's happening around you and you can look at it and process it and honor it and do the healing work you need to do in order to get back to that, either that space of neutrality or back into a place of peace or the embodiment of love. That's the heart work. That's the work in the world. And it's not always easy, especially right now when there's so much information available to us and we can feel bombarded by messages of fear. So there's certain platforms and certain channels, television and certain even the radio station. I don't listen to the radio anymore. I listen to my own playlists. I choose to watch specific programs, and even those programs I actually record, so I don't need to watch any of the stuff in between because it just doesn't help. It doesn't support me. I'm hyper highly sensitive, and that's part of my gift, and our sensitivity is a gift. In that it requires us to be really discerning and very committed to our self-care and what we expose ourselves to. For those of you that are highly sensitive, for those of you that are an empath and you can feel the emotions and the energy and the even people's pain in your own experience, it's not going to help you to expose yourself to all that's going on in the world. I mean, we don't turn a blind eye and pretend it's not all happening. I'm very aware there's a lot going on. But to put my attention there and my focus, all of my energy will channel toward it. And if anything, actually, because I'm a transmuter and I'm a portal, it would actually amplify what's going on. So for some of you that are actually here to play a role, to harmonize and balance or to heal, to help support the healing of humanity and the remembrance of the truth of who we are, you putting your attention on those things will actually amplify the fear without you even realizing it. Because that energy then will kind of channel and use yours. So, what we need to do is kind of hold steady in our own field and claim our sovereign space. Really stand in it, own it, take up the space unapologetically, and then pay attention to what we're putting our focus on. For some of you, you will feel that you're meant to be an ambassador, an advocate, a voice. Follow that nudge. But that's coming from a clear, guided place. That's coming from within your heart. And the guidance is speak now, do this, share this message, stand on this stage, sing this song, write this book. That all comes from within us. And when we follow the guidance that's within our heart, it serves all of creation, including you. You're included in that creation. You're included in that orchestration of what will serve. But when we're in our heads and we're thinking about what we should or shouldn't do, or we believe we should do more, or that we're not doing enough, that's coming from confusion or worry or concern or fear. It's all under the umbrella of fear. When we are in our heart space, when we are centered in the heart, when we are centered in heart consciousness, we can serve at the highest level. We can serve at the most profound levels, levels that beyond what you can even comprehend within your human perspective. This is more of a soul driven animation. So you're animated by love, you're animated by your divinity, you're animated by that deep knowing that you're here to serve source, divinity, oneness, love. Whatever word resonates with you, you don't have to use one word. Just what's the word that captures it for you? There's no one recipe fits all. There's no one affirmation that will work for everyone. There's no one role that all of us are going to play. We all have a unique spin to our unique role. So many of you are healers and empaths. Many of you are really driven to make a difference in this world, or many of you are really inspired to heal yourselves, to really remember your truth. And we may be here for similar reasons, but we may show up and join this gathering for similar reasons. And we may all share a united front when it comes to wanting to support humanity through this evolution. Whether that's individually supporting yourself and then indirectly supporting others. But there's a unique recipe that is meant to work for you. There's a unique role that you're meant to play. And that role doesn't always show up on the level of form. It doesn't always even make sense at the level of form. It's more right now, it's more a feeling and a frequency. But everybody's so caught up in what it looks like, what it tangibly is in the world, how it shows up in the level of form or material, on the material level. But the most important aspect of no matter what we're creating in the world or however we're being in the world is the state of our energy and our frequency. What's behind it all? Because you could be out there doing humanitarian work, but you're doing it from a place of fear, lack, poverty, consciousness, because you're so afraid or you're so concerned or worried about other people's well-being. If that's seated in fear, then you're doing humanitarian work, which looks like service, but you're in fear. So then the question for you would be, how do I change this perspective I'm holding? How do I change the energy and frequency I'm holding so that I show up as a vibrational tuning fork of love? And I can extend and do the humanitarian work, or you could do whatever you're guided to do, but from a place of love, from a place of purity, not fear, guilt, obligation, doubt, worry, concern. There's a lot of fear right now disguised as caring. And we can care from a place of love, or we can care from a place of fear. What that looks like is not the issue, is how it feels. when it's extended out, how it feels within you. What's driving you? Are you driven by love, pure service? And that service doesn't have to be to other people. Service to your soul, service to your heart, service to your family. And service, the old version of service is selfless service. We can't take self out of the equation. It's more self-fulfilled service. It's learning to fill your heart and give from the overflow. It's learning to feel fulfilled when you're doing the extension work. And it doesn't mean that it's not challenging, maybe even tiring at sometimes. Maybe we need a little break from it every once in a while. It means you're coming from a place where there's an infinite flow of love, and you're the messenger for that energy, or you're a beacon of that balanced energy. There's a lot of people chasing right now, chasing their purpose, chasing their soul mission, trying to figure out why you're here and what the purpose is of all of this and how can you contribute or what are you meant to be doing. That's all changing right now. There's a significant phase of the evolution right now where there's a lot of stuff crumbling and falling away. Maybe stuff that used to bring you a lot of joy or passion maybe doesn't feel that way anymore. Some of you are in between. You're in a little bit of a state of limbo. Can any of you relate to that, feeling like you're in limbo or feeling like you're kind of in this in between? It's a little uncomfortable. It's a bit of a squeeze. It's a bit of a squeeze, or it's a little bit of like a kind of, it's feeling like a little bit blah, uninspiring. That's part of the transition. It's like we've been in this old frequency and we're going through the chaos. Some of us are still going, some people are still going through the chaos. A lot of the collective consciousness is still going through the chaos. So there's a shaking. So when frequency is in form, it forms a geometric shape. It shows in the way of sound made visible. It shows as a geometric shape. When we change to another frequency, it shakes everything up. So it becomes what looks like chaos. It just looks like messy. And the stage just before it comes to this beautiful new formation, a new sacred geometry. In between the chaos and the sacred geometry, there's also a little phase in there. There's another stage. Most people don't talk about this. I haven't really talked about it. But it's in that stage where it's disorienting. There's a lot of disillusionment because what was is no longer was, but what is or what's meant to be is not quite in form yet. So you're in between. And the left brain would love to create a story of why you're in between, why you're in limbo, what's wrong, what's the problem. You should be doing something. The left brain, and if the ego's in play, that makes it even more challenging. It wants something to happen. It doesn't like the pause, but it's like a pregnant pause. In the first trimester of a pregnancy, you don't see what's happening on the outside. You don't see the belly growing. You don't see the development of the baby. But by the third trimester, that baby is fully formed. A lot happens in that first trimester pregnancy. And in this phase between chaos and coherence, where it comes into form and you can feel and see and sense what's meant to be, what's been coming into fruition all along, it's just you're not seeing it yet. in that phase, there's a lot happening, but it might not feel that way. It might feel like it's kind of blah or quiet or still. So my invitation is to lean into the stillness, to embrace the quiet, to rest in it. And for some of you, if things are shaking and rattling and rolling, it's because there's still a holding of the old, or there's still some of the old falling away. We are shifting into a stage or phase of our evolution where a lot is going to be let go. A lot has to be let go. And the mind would be like, oh, I have to let go of my car or my job or my house or my family, or like kind of go, that's not what I'm talking about. It's like a full let go of everything that you've been holding energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and maybe even physically. We're afraid to let go of the physical, but the physical is still in connection or still conditioned for more of the 3D experience. We're shifting and having access now to the fourth and fifth dimension. Everything needs to evolve into that new way of being. So we talked about this last week. It's like the art of letting go, deep surrender, leaning into the unknown, walking with deep trust and blind faith. There's a lot of different ways I can say it. And whatever way it lands for you, whatever way it strikes you, it hits a chord inside. It's like, I need to hear that, and I need to repeat that to myself, or I need to write that down on a sticky note, or I need to align with that energy. I need to be reminded of that and remind myself more regularly. What you focus on matters. Where you put your attention matters, because your energy will flow to it. So there's what's happening on the outside, and then there's what's happening on the inside. What's happening in your own mind? What are your own thoughts saying? What's playing in the background? What's playing in the background on the tape that you don't even hear, but it's playing because you don't need to register it anymore. It's already established as a belief. Just because you want something to be different, just because you have a desire. If you have a belief that's opposite of what you want or desire, you will always manifest the belief. You will always bring the belief into fruition. So this is the time to be open, to be curious, to be willing to heal, to reveal, to heal all the layers, all aspects of yourself that are maybe not in alignment with where you truly, deeply want to go, or where you truly, how you truly want to live. So my question is, do you want to live in alignment with love more than you want to hold on to the old? And will that fear of letting go of the old, because you don't know what's going to happen, will that fear hold you back? It will if you let it. You can override it, but not in the left brain. You got to be in the right brain to do that, and down in the heart space. It's shifting out of head consciousness and moving into heart consciousness. The heart allows us to move into what's meant to be, to lean into, to embrace, to be open to. The heart actually holds more of an opening. It's the mind that holds the protection. It's the mind that holds the fear. It's the mind that holds on to the old. It can be stuck in the body, sure. It can be stuck in the energy field, sure. But there needs to be an opening or a let go at the level of the mind and a conscious choice to shift into heart. And this requires deep trust, letting go of control so we can lean into trust more. It requires blind faith because we can't know at the level of the mind. The mind wants to know. The mind really, really wants to know. But when we connect to the knowing in our heart, we can walk with deep trust. We can walk with blind faith. We can take the leap and grow our wings. Heard this message before, it's just coming in again. It's like, don't look in the review mirror. Look at where you are in this moment. Be where you are. Don't even look at where you're going. Just be where you are. So deeply present, so deeply aware of this present moment as it unfolds, as it's revealed to you, as the gift of the present moment is being unwrapped. Be there for it, with it, feel it, experience it. Everything you need is right here, right now. And everything you need is already on its way. And it'll arrive precisely when it's meant to. Everything will come in with divine timing. Sometimes you'll feel resistance and you'll need to move through it. Sometimes the resistance is a pause. My definition of resistance is the gap between what the mind thinks and what your heart knows. So if your mind thinks one thing and your heart is showing you another level of knowing, the further away your mind is from your heart knowing, the more resistance you will feel. So we close that gap between the heart and the mind by choosing, consciously choosing your heart's knowing, your heart guidance. We were not born to be living in our heads. We are divine beings that are meant to be living centered in our heart. And when you are really, truly centered in your heart, people will experience that. Many people will appreciate it. Some people might run the other way because you're reflecting, the light in you is reflecting and hitting the light in them, and maybe they're not ready to see that or feel that or know that yet. We can have compassion for them. When I'm in a crowd or when I'm doing certain things in public, I often will see someone come toward me, and then all of a sudden I could see their energy all shift and then they turn away. I don't take it personally. I bless them as they walk away. So are you willing to be the brightest light you can be, to live in alignment with love the best you can in the moment, to be a messenger for love for yourself and for others, to show up as compassion, empathy, peace, harmony, balance, to embody what you want to see in the world? A lot of times what we're triggered about on the outside is what we need to really embody within ourselves. So if we're triggered by the violence, then we need to embody peace. That's where we can have the greatest impact. And if we are guided to speak up, if we are guided to be an ambassador, if we are guided to be a voice, then that voice will be peace. It doesn't matter what your words are, but your energy will be peace. The message and the frequency extended out will be peace. So, what do you stand for? What do you choose to stand for? Where do you choose to put your attention? Where do you choose to put your intentions? What intentions do you choose to hold? What do you choose to be animated by? You get to choose. And it's not always easy, but it's easier to choose now than it was before. It's not always easy to hold steady in that choice, to hold steady in love, to hold steady in peace. There's things that are going to rock you a little bit, shake you, rattle you, trigger you. Those are all just fingers pointing to something inside of you that you need to shift and align. That's pointing to an area of unbalanced energy or a wound that needs to be witnessed or processed or healed. Maybe a thought or a belief that you're holding that is actually not serving you. Life is designed to point to your leftovers. Life is designed to bump up against your leftovers. And if you use that as an opportunity to look within, then you'll move through a lot in a very short time. There's a lot coming up right now, a lot of energy coming up right now in collective consciousness. So it's triggering a lot of whatever's left over within each of us individually. And the good news is, once we feel it, once we feel that discordant energy, you feel that hit or that hook, sometimes, often now, just with your awareness, you can bring your attention to it, witness it, honor it, bless it, and it's cleared and it transmutes or it balances. That's how efficient we can heal now. And that just doesn't happen on an energetic level, mental level, thoughts, emotions. We can actually heal the body that way now. More so than ever before. More of us than ever before have the capacity to heal in extraordinary ways. We are all healers. Whether you play a role as a healer in the world, that's more of an outward extension. We are all healers. We all have the innate ability to heal ourself, our body, our minds, our energy field. You're way more capable than we've been led to believe. We are way more powerful. And that allows us to really stand in our power from a place of empowering self and empowering others, uplifting others by being the example of what's possible, stretching your own mind beyond what you've been conditioned to believe what's possible or not possible for your own healing, for your own remembrance. I've been sharing this message, eyes open on purpose. Generally, these kinds of messages come with eyes closed because I want you to go inward in more of an introceptive state. But today, the message feels really important to watch, to witness, to feel, to see. We're not turning a blind eye to what's happening in the world, but we're not going to put all of our energy and focus and attention to the drama and the fear. Because a lot of it is designed to hook us and drag us down. And in that moment where you feel the drag, you get to choose. You get to choose to continue to let it pull you down, or you get to choose to shift it and choose, this is not my energy. This is an energy that is pulling me down. This is something outside of me. This is not the truth of who I am. I'm not a being of fear. I am a being of love. I do not wish to live my life rooted in fear. I choose love. What would love say? What would love look like? What would love in action be? How would love feel in this moment? And that might be an inward extension. And that will always translate on the outside. I promise you, it always translates on the outside. Anything you do to heal yourself is always creating a ripple effect outward into the unified field, into the field of oneness. Who are you choosing to be in this moment and every moment? You can live by default. You can just let your default settings take over and sit in the triggers and sit in the fear. And you might find yourself doing that for a day or two or for an hour or two. That kind of thing is going to get more and more challenging, or tolerance for that is going to be lower and lower. Sensitivity to that is going to be higher and higher. So it's going to make it challenging to stay there for a long time. It kind of forces you to choose. That's the good news, is the discomfort and the discord. The discord and energy will be so strong that you can't stay there for long. Many people are addicted to that. They're addicted to drama. They're addicted to the fear. They're addicted to what's familiar. And sometimes the comfort of familiarity is in fear, anxiety, worry, concern, doubt, anxiety. It's not your natural state. It's your conditioned state. It's a learned state, an emotional state. So I want to hear from you. I want you to type in the chat. What are you here to embody today? What do you wish to be animated by? What do you wish to, what is your state of being you wish to hold? Maybe one or two words, whether it's peace, compassion, love, whatever it is. Declare it in the chat. Share it. There's at least 30 of you on the live call, so I'm going to invite you to share it in there so that we can witness each other, honor each other. And there's no right or wrong. It's just whatever feels right for you in this moment, whatever feels aligned for you in this moment. I see a bunch of love, peace, reverence, kindness, passion, compassion, wonder, joy, calm. Imagine if everyone made this choice. If everyone in the world made a choice to choose something under the umbrella of love, to embody and be a beacon and a frequency and a tuning fork for something under the umbrella of love. If every single one of us did that, the world would change in an instant. The good news is we don't need every single one of us to do that. If even 1% of the population of this planet made that choice, it would influence the rest of the population. It would have a positive impact. So even if 95% of people are still living in fear and 5% were really holding that frequency of love, we would continue to influence the rest of the population. So close your eyes now, and you've chosen a word or words to embody. Let's first begin with, is there anything I'm holding that would prevent me, that would feel like a block or slow me down from really truly embodying? And use the word you chose, whether it was courage or love or peace. Is there anything in my field, in my mind, in my body that I'm holding that would interfere with me fully embodying? Say your word out loud. And then command, let it be revealed. Let it be brought to the surface. Let me reveal it to heal it. Let me see it, feel it, sense it, know it. Let me receive the message I need in order to transmute it. Whatever's necessary, I am willing. Show me what I need to see. Let me feel what I need to feel. Reveal what needs to heal. Then be the compassionate witness. Be present. Meet it with love, patience, willingness. Stir it into your central channel and let it be transmuted. Let it be witnessed. Let it be honored. Let it be processed in the way that it needs to be processed. If there's any information you need from it, any level of understanding, let that understanding be brought to your heart. Let whatever you need to be brought to your heart to be understood. If it's necessary for the mind, it will be provided through the heart. I'm willing to heal at the deepest possible level. Yes, thank you. So you allow that process if it needs a little bit more time to continue, and then you shift to, I choose to embody, say the word out loud. I am open to feel and experience what the embodiment of that would be like within me and around me on all levels, without exception. I am willing to embody whatever it is again, say the word. I'm willing to embody even if it makes other people uncomfortable. Because I know when I embody this, I will contribute to the healing of the whole. And I will be more in alignment with the highest service for humanity, for Mother Earth, and beyond. And if that's not alignment, not alignment, doesn't feel like that's aligned for you, then you could say, I choose to embody this to nourish my heart and soul as a choice for love, for self. Because even that choice for love within has a ripple effect. So you don't have to focus on the global impact. You can focus on the individual impact, and it has a global impact. So go where you need to place your energy. Maybe you've placed your energy out into the world your whole life and you need to go inward. You need to focus on self-love, self-care, soul care, nurturing your own heart, healing your own mind, aligning your own body with more of a vibrant state. Take some deep breaths. Create some space, some room for the expansion. Create some room within you. Soften the cells. Soften your physical body. Imagine there's space, more space in the layers of your field. Imagine the mind is open, receptive. Imagine all fear dissolved, falls away, or transmutes. Or you can honor it without it becoming an anchor. You can witness it and honor it without it becoming a drag in your field, in your energy. As the love or peace or compassion, whatever it is that you're choosing to embody in this moment, as it becomes more and more evident in your field, you can feel it, sense it, begin to really tangibly experience it. It may come in as a color, a feeling, a sensation. It may come in as an image, or it just might be a feeling that you have, a knowing. Whatever it is for you, lean into that. Trust that. Open up to that more and more. Breathe, soften, allow. You might even be in a state of neutrality and at peace with that neutrality. That's beautiful. You don't need to get anywhere. Imagine yourself stepping into it fully, embodying it even more and even more with every breath, in every moment. Recognize that in this moment you are choosing this. You're choosing this, even if there's part of you that may still be resisting it. That's okay. Meet that part of you that's resistant. Meet it with love, patience, compassion. Meet those parts of you that may be still resisting or afraid. Just meet them with tenderness. Now invite your soul to expand within you. Invite your divinity to expand within you. So that your divinity and your humanness join a divine union of the two. Where it ignites the energy even more, it amplifies the embodiment for you even more, even if it's just a tiny little bit, even if it's a lot. Breathe and allow. What if this could be your new default setting? What if you could push the button on the thermostat and push hold? Hold this temperature, hold this frequency, hold this way of being. I choose this way of being and open to even more embodiment as it comes, as it occurs organically. There is a consciousness to it. There's a conscious choice, but then there's also an organic allowing, an alignment. And in that alignment, there's more expansion, more amplification. Imagine your heart expanding. Imagine your heart leading and directing you, guiding you more than ever before. And imagine your mind aligning with your heart's knowing. Imagine all of your cells aligning with your heart's knowing. Even the cells that are having some energetic dis-ease or that are unbalanced, imagine them leaning in, listening. Imagine them leaning in, opening to receive the message, the frequency, the vibration of the new way of being. Where all your cells and all the spaces in between and around you align with this divine choice, this conscious choice you made. You are doing this, not me. This is you, your choice, your allowance, your embodiment. Imagine standing in it with gratitude, with appreciation, acknowledging your power, your potential, Your choice. You are the activation. You are the source of your own light. You are the spark of divinity expressing itself through your human form. You are a gift. You are a miracle. And we are so grateful that you are here. Your presence has an impact. And we thank you for being so open, for being so willing, for practicing this deep presence, for choosing this embodiment, for choosing this activation and upgrade to your own energy and frequency. Take some more deep breaths. And opening up to your heart, a message from your heart, a message from your soul. What would allow me to hold this embodiment? What do I need to know or hear in this moment? And then you can declare, I choose to hold this embodiment and I'm open to receive the guidance that would allow me to do that, that would inspire and encourage me to continue to hold steady in every moment, with every breath. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Holding steady, seeing if you can hold that feeling, that sensation, that knowing, whatever you're experiencing as you bring your awareness back just enough to open your eyes. Notice how you feel once you open your eyes. If part of it faded away, that's okay. Then ask your heart, how can I hold more steady with my eyes open? What do I need to be able to hold steady with my eyes open? How can I embody, fill in the gap, the word, love, peace, courage in this moment with this circumstance? So as you go through your life, if you notice something, if something happens, if you're witnessing something, if you're feeling challenged by a relationship, ask, how can I embody peace in this moment? And if there's something like joy that you're choosing to embody and you can't find a way to embody joy in the circumstances that you're facing, then ask to be the embodiment of peace. Peace is one we can sustain. Joy can rise and fall in different ways. There are certain energies that just have a little bit more of an impact on the context of what's going on in our life and are a little harder sometimes to hold. So if you can't hold it and you're really waffling and you're worried or concerned about being able to hold steady, choose a different word in that moment. So if there's anybody who feels inspired to share how they're feeling now, you can share it in the chat. I'd love to hear your experiences. You can also come into the community and share. I have some changes that are going to be coming into the community. I'm really excited. There's a new plugin, a new software that's going to allow us, it's going to be a little more interactive. It's going to feel less like a forum right now. It's a bit like a community forum. This is going to feel more like a social community, which is really what I was wanting. So it feels more aligned with the direction we need to head. So you can watch for those changes coming in June. I still do. I have 2 spaces opened up for the advanced mentoring experience in June. There's 4 calls in June. We're looking at our soul mission, and I'm going to be working with helping everybody understand sacred geometry, sacred anatomy, and how we can integrate that into our lives and how we can support the sacred geometry within our body. I'll be guiding people through different experiences for that. That's going to be part of the theme for June. So if you do feel inspired to join us for the advanced mentoring experience, you can reach out to me by email. Go to the website heartledliving.com and do the contact form. Just reach out to me. There's only 2 spots left for that, and I'm not clear if I'm going to be offering this again, but the June experience is clear and open for 2 more spots. So if you feel it's you, you can reach out. I can send you more details. And so some of you are sharing how you're feeling. I appreciate that. Deeper connection and knowing, trust, being shown divine timing moving forward, utilizing breath and staying in my heart. A deep, profound stillness and calmness is in this moment now. That's beautiful. I'm allowed to say no to maintain my peace. Yes, that's a good lesson. The art of saying no. I remember when I started to learn how to say no, I kept hearing saying no is saying yes. When I say no to something, I'm saying yes to something else. So it definitely does help to honor the no and then turn toward what am I really saying yes to? By saying no to this, what am I really saying yes to? That's really helpful to shift. I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to bring Link up for a minute because many of you have sent lots of blessings and stuff to Link. He's actually on my lap because he's not like peeing every 2 minutes, so he could actually hang out. So this is Link, and he's doing really well after his surgery. He's much better. My son is away on his honeymoon, so Link's staying with us for a couple weeks. And I'm getting him all settled now on the food that he's on, and he's doing really well. So yeah, thank you all for your prayers and concerns for him. It was wonderful to have the support, and he really appreciates. He's a little healer. When I have clients over to the house, he's always coming in and wanting to do some healing. So he's a little healer. So I appreciate him having the space and the support. And I thank you all for being here, for being such a beautiful presence in the world, for being willing to embody what it is that you're meant to embody in this moment and every moment that follows. Your presence is appreciated. And I just need you to know and understand that there is such gratitude and appreciation for you. You are a miracle in this world. You are mm, more than appreciated, more than there's so much gratitude for your willingness to do this work, to show up and to be a symbol of what's possible for humanity. I thank you all. I honor you. I appreciate you. I see you. Until next time, love and blessings.